Good morning. Thanks for joining us. Do you ever think like you're too focused on details or do you ever maybe think you're too focused on heaven? Sometimes there needs to be kind of a balance in between. I've heard it said that some people are so heavenly minded they're no earthly good. The truth of the matter is I've met very few people like that. I think that for most of us, we're more focused on things here on earth rather than the things that are eternal, the things that are going to last forever. The Apostle Paul wrote to the church at Colossae, and he said, think about the things in heaven, not things of earth. I think it's really easy to just kind of get anchored down here. And he goes on to say, your real life is hidden with Christ in God. And when Christ, who is your life, is revealed to the whole world, you will share in his glory. I was reading something recently about Christopher Columbus. I would imagine you've heard of Christopher Columbus. Probably don't hear about him as much nowadays as we did when we were growing up. But I think you know the story that there was a fear in his day that the earth was flat and that if you went too far, you're going to fall off. But we all know that he set sail with 4 ships, the Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria, and I know I said 4. There's the Lucky Luigi. That's the one that a lot of people are not familiar with, the Lucky Luigi. It's the one that fell off the edge of the earth. Okay, just kidding, bad joke. But what I didn't know about Columbus was that after he sailed and ended up down in the Caribbean, I mean, there's Discovery Bay, man, down in Jamaica, been there. I mean, a lot of islands that he was all over the place. And it just changed everything. All these people who before that are like, oh, we can't do that, you'll never make it, and all this talk. Now they're like, oh, let's, cruise lines are opening up, if you get my point. Everything was changed. Why? Because somebody started to look a little bit past the horizon. God wants you to look past the horizon. He wants you to look past all the things where you can say, no, you put your limitations on yourself. If you fight for your limitations, trust me, they will be yours. If you say, I'll never do this, you won't. But if you say, you know what, maybe God could enable me to do this. Maybe God could empower me to do this. I've heard people say that about mission trips. It's like, oh, that's for somebody else. So long as you say it, it is for somebody else. There's all sorts of things that are for somebody else until we decide that they're for us. I really like this, that after Columbus discovered the New World, found the New World, however you want to term it, Spain acknowledged this in its coins. And they put a slogan on there, Plus Ultra, and it just simply means more beyond. So here's this guy who he had a vision that nobody else really had. Or maybe they did, but they weren't willing to risk their life. He's just like, no, I don't think I'm going to fall off the edge of the earth. I don't think the Lucky Luigi's going down, okay? He believed that there was like an endless horizon, so to speak. Do you believe that about God? Do you believe that he has things for you? See, sometimes we get so caught up in the temporal stuff here. Paychecks, paying taxes, weekends, vacations, and they're not all bad things, gadgets and widgets. But if it takes our heart and our mind off of that which is eternal, and what's eternal? It's the people that are around you every day that need encouragement. It's your neighbors, it's your family, it's your own soul. There's more beyond. God has just great stuff for us. Your life is not confined to the day that you were born here on earth, and then there's that hyphen. That's the life that we live, and you know all that story. That's the important part. But there's a year that's at the end, and if you're watching this, you haven't reached it yet, but that's not where your life ends. Your life is hidden with Christ, and someday you will be with him. Think about that today. Encourage somebody else with that today, that we are beings that are going to be dwelling with Christ forever. There's more beyond. God bless you.